going on, everybody? Welcome back to JellyGoonTv. Welcome back to all my beautiful viewers and subscribers, of course. Welcome back to the gorgeous JellyGoon squad. Today we have another video, but before we get to that, I want to say check the social medias down below. Be massively appreciated. Go over check Discord, everything like that. It would be massively appreciated. Today we have another video. We're gonna react to Yuri Gagarin 3 unknown facts. What was fake about Soviet sex symbol? So I think this is the astronaut or something like that. What was fake about this guy? What was the fake introduction, whatever introduction to him or something like that information? I don't know. I have no idea. Didn't really learn about the guy, but now right now we're gonna watch this video. Of course, I'm not gonna believe everything. I'm gonna take the substance down in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys and girls have to say about this guy, so please do comment down below what you think about this. I have no idea what I'm going into right now. Zero freaking idea. So without further ado, let's get into this. Let's go.
There's a rumor that the first man in space, Yuri Gagarin, touched the Queen of England's knee.
What?
It was easy to believe since he was a bit of a rock star back in the USSR.
Okay.
Now, obviously, only the Queen knows what really happened.
What was he like?
Russian. He didn't speak English.
He didn't speak English.
No, he was fascinating.
But when it comes
Wait.
to real lesser
Let me
known
just...
facts,
The Queen was on Skype? The Queen was on Zoom? What's going on here? The Queen is online? That is crazy, man. I want to see that meeting for real, man. I don't know what's going on. I just saw, like, the Queen on the camera. Is that for real or is that fake? Please let me know in the comments down below. I have no idea, man. That sounds kind of... Because the Queen never really, you know, go out in public and do stuff and everything like that. So for her to be on a webcam, that's some sick shit. Let's go.
it's about the first man in space, we've got your back.
So people, they told me to check more about this channel, so I'm gonna do that, of course. See what
Yuri
kind of Russian
Gagarin's
history.
life has become a collection of myths and legends, and it's easy to get lost. Even his own autobiography and books written by his relatives were heavily edited by Soviet censors. You see, Yuri Gagarin was not only a domestic brand, but also an international icon. Everything in his life had to be perfect and represent an idealized symbol of the Soviet man.
All right. So I want to say that that goes for every celebrity, for example, let's take the Queen of England, right? There's nothing that could go wrong in that family. Of course, the Prince William or whatever his name is left the family, but I'm just saying nothing could be wrong in that family. There's certain like celebrities and shit where everything has to seem so perfect, not like a normal guy, a normal girl. It has to seem so perfect that there's no problems and everything. And I always looked at that and I'm like, that's a fake picture of the humanity and the life that you live, because of course there'll be mistakes. Of course the mistakes you live, and of course, you know, people, they trying to portray people like they really, but that's not only in Russia, man. The USA government, Danish government, everybody, they do that shit. Just like, okay, just, you know, you are public, you are a star, please, you know, look perfect. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they set out to be. That's everybody. That's not even Russia, man. That's not even news. Let's go.
To the point of rewriting his life. So, for example, very little is known about how his family lived under German occupation. Gagarin was 7 when their village was occupied. German soldiers got to his native village of Klushina, a 3-hour drive from Moscow, in 1941.
Wow.
The Germans forced the Gagarins out of their home, and the family lived in a mud hut for 2 years before the Soviet army freed the village.
Wow.
Nazis made able prisoners work in German factories or sent them to labor camps. Yuri's older brother and sister were captured and sent away to Germany. And this fact was a big issue back then, and Gagarin himself almost never mentioned
Of course.
it. Many captives found no relief upon returning home. The Soviet regime sometimes branded them as traitors, and some were even sent to the Gulag, which marked them for life.
Wow.
When Gagarin's older sister Zoya returned from Nazi captivity, she couldn't find a job. That's how she and her brother found themselves with a fabricated past. According to their new biography, Zoya and Valentin weren't freed. They escaped. Without this spin, Gagarin's career would have been tarnished or even potentially destroyed.
Why?
Or maybe he'd get away using his charm. They say even high Soviet authorities couldn't resist it. Chief designer of Soviet space race rockets, Sergei Korolev, was charmed by him. Soviet leaders Khrushchev and Brezhnev were charmed by him, and women were charmed by him. They loved him. But most importantly, Soviet people were charmed by him. For them, Yuri was their guy next door, the guy they went to school with. Coming from a humble, working-class background, thanks to the Soviet system, he was
again, it's the people that you look at like, okay, he's like me,
becoming a pilot,
you like him,
and
right?
then a cosmonaut. But he stayed true to his low-key image, even attended an awards ceremony with his suspenders undone. He is the embodiment of a Soviet dream come true. Who wouldn't love him? His bullies didn't. In fact, they hated him so much they beat him up.
What?
While serving in the army and studying to be a pilot, Yuri was an assistant to the training platoon commander, and he demanded strict observance of the army regulations from everyone. He was called a suck-up for this, and 3 of his service members decided to teach him a lesson. The 3 young men beat him up so badly, Gagarin only regained his consciousness in hospital. The military tribunal sentenced each of the 3 to 2 to 3 years of penalty labor. By the way, this obsession of polishing over reality even affected the flight. Almost everything related to Gagarin's landing was misinformation and was classified information for a very long time.
Classified, wow.
For example, the Soviet and Western media wrote that when Yuri landed, he was inside the lander, when in fact, he ejected from the cockpit and landed separately. Only 10 years later, rumors started spreading that
But how do you
Gagarin
know
had
that
ejected
information?
due to an
That's
emergency,
what I want to know.
and the authorities told the public the whole truth only in the second half of the 1980s, on the eve of the 25th anniversary of Gagarin's flight. This was done because of a technicality. The International Aviation Federation, and mind you, the space one wasn't yet formed, could mark Gagarin's flight as unsuccessful because he wasn't in the cockpit when it landed. Also, when entering the atmosphere due to technical problems...
Just let me... How do you get this information? Like, I want to know how they got this information in the video, because how would you know if he landed or didn't land? I really want to know that, because who are you to say that he shoot it out? Where did you get that information from? Americans? Like, Americans, they would do everything to trash the Russians. So I don't know where you get your information from. I really want to know, because as long as you was not there, you don't really know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can get certain information about people. Of course, there's some questions you can ask about people, and that's good. But I'm just trying to be neutral. I'm just trying to ask questions like, where'd she get the information from? How did she know? She read it somewhere, documents in America. What's going on? Because, you know, there was a lot of hatred between the countries. So this is a program of American propaganda to trying to disclassify Russia. It is, you know what I mean, right? Like, everybody is trying to spit everything, but do you really know unless you've been there? Of course, Russia covered something up, or they did something. Of course they do. Hollywood do it right now. But I'm just saying, like, where did you get the information from? That's crazy. Let's go.
And didn't quite follow the specified trajectory. The ship with the cosmonaut was expected in the Samara region, and they landed in the Saratov region. However, the media reported the landing as planned. And it was a difficult flight for Gagarin. In the recording, he describes his state as satisfactory, but the change in gravitation hit him harder than that. All of his landing photos were heavily retouched. And I know this might look like we're trying to defame Yuri Gagarin, but that's not our intention. The Soviets loved him, and so do we. There are cities in his name, paintings, songs. He is a hero for having the strength and audacity to become the very first man to go into space where no one has gone before. And he is also so gorgeous. Just look at that smile. No matter where our space exploration ends up, be it Mars or Venus or an entire Starfleet universe, all of this started with him. And every astronaut, cosmonaut, space pirate and captain will remember the cold day of April 12th and the name Yuri Gagarin. There's a legend that Gagarin always carried spare buttons with him during his world tour. That was because his fans not only tried to touch him and hug him and kiss him, but also to grab something as a keepsake, tearing off button after button from his uniform.
That's crazy. Alright, man, that was an amazing video. No, but I'm just asking a question, like, where did they get the information from? Because you can be observing that what kind of information do you get it from, or where do you get it from? I'm not saying the information is wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, where did you get your information from? I'm asking questions. Now, Carson, how can you do that when you say like the marketing and everything like that, and you know, Hollywood is fake and blah, 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 blah? That's because you can observe people in psychology. You can observe people, and there's different books written about, you know, marketing, psychology, what you can do, you know, fake relationships. It's already out in the public with documents where, you know, other stars, they already told them themselves that, you know, they've been in a relationship to make it look perfect. Now, of course, the community of Russia is going to use them as a perfect example to get the Russian spirit up. We see this in many cases, like where, you know, they will put a figure in front of everybody who gonna lift the spirit up, that, you know, the nowadays guys can do whatever he can do because he's a normal dude and he seems kind of sincere, you know what I mean? So yeah, but I just want to say, I just ask questions like, where is it from? What kind of, you know, information did it come from? Did it come from any propaganda? You know, like that, right? But don't discredit him because he's a hero. He's 100% a hero. He's the first man in space. So Russia was the first, put the first man in space. Also the first dog, I recommend. So yeah, Russia did a lot of things, man. But Yuri is an interesting fella, man, especially with his smile. He got a handsome smile. No worries about that. He got a lot of, you know, Putin. But yeah, it is what it is, man. A charming fella who did a lot of things and who rode, you know, who took the front line of, you know, exploring the space and everything like that. Hats off to you, respect to you. Really, really nice. Anyway, guys and girls, if you like these kind of profile videos, biography videos, or whatever, or videos by this channel, please do hit the like button down below so I know that you like the video and you want to see more like this in the future. Also, please do subscribe, hit the notification button to get updated on newest videos that come to this channel, and you become a member of JellyGoon Squad, of course. Anyway, guys and girls, also please comment down below what you think about Yuri. Was he the first man in space? Was he not? What was going on at the time in the Soviet occupation, or, you know, the Soviet Union? What was going on? Was it fake? Was it everything? And I am correct that Hollywood uses these stars to, you know, be perfect relationships where they don't love each other, but they have to do it for, you know, the mainstream and the pictures and everything like that to sell more. So if you have one artist that is down and you have one artist that is up, they're gonna put each other up. Like, okay, this guy's with the upcoming artist, and, you know, they're gonna shine with each other, you know, but they're not really in a relationship. So there's a lot of fake things going on in the world. But I really want to know what you think about Yuri, so comment down below, please. Anyway, guys and girls, I love you so much, and thank you for watching this video. Peace.